it's a selfish thing, I think, of people trying to prop up their ego with art rather than trying to put their, push everything, all their resources into their art. It's they've got it all mixed up. They're using the art to basically be a pro.
I mentioned that I've worked these jobs, that mostly blue collar jobs. I'm working at a supermarket now again, and the reason I do so is it takes an enormous amount of mindly energy to do it. In the last 2 years, since June 12th of 2017 till now, I'm in a few days I'll be finished with my 54th play, and I wrote that Custodian novel in the same time. And these 54 plays, the first one I wrote was on par with the top 10 plays of all time. I've moved beyond that because most plays, even modernist plays, if you read them, are melodramatic. Think of some of the
plays later. We'll get to the plays in a bit, Dan. Like
okay, good.
Let me pull it back to the novels just for a little bit. Because we can also talk about the Khan stuff as well, which I had the pleasure to read a couple of nights ago because I emailed Chin, who I think is on the Cosmoetica E-list, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And but just to talk more about the novels, and you were talking about how you were able to kind of take the work of Philip K. Dick, meager as it is, it has some qualities, and absorb that into your own fiction. And this is something that's really striking about your work as a whole, how you're able to go out and not only bring the real world in, the fodder of everyday life, but you're able to bring in other literature. And Norwegian in the Family, which is a titanic book. I mean, it's huge. It's like, a big element of that book is the way in which you're able to embed other public domain stories into it as characters read them and have the thoughts of those characters running alongside, almost like a director's commentary on the story. So you have the character of the Norwegian, who is a sullen hitman, reading books by I think Jack London or something, and he's basically his thoughts and details of his biography are coming to the surface, and it's absolutely unlike anything I've ever read in any book ever. So rarely are there authors who have the balls to take other previously existing work, but then to actually try and use it as a device within their story, not just as like to gild it and go, here's some culture and look at how educated I am. It's actually doing something.
Well, yeah, you can't look. This is one of the things that I have to laugh about. I said how my wife is the prototype of the insecure artist. She's next to me. She's the greatest writer I've ever met. I don't know if you've ever read any of her books. She writes these novels that are these portraits that, I mean, Jessica has the most beautiful prose line ever in the English language, with the possible exception of Lauren Isley, who is a scientist who wrote naturalist essays. But